This is North Korea's latest intercontinental ballistic missile, the Hwasong-18. It launched for the second time on Wednesday using something called solid fuel technology. Analysts say that tech allows the missile to fly far enough to strike targets in the US, and North Korea says it radically promotes its nuclear counterattack capability. But what exactly are solid fuel missiles, and why is the North developing them? Solid fuel technology allows missiles to launch with little preparation. It's dense, burns quickly, and uses less complex technology and weight than liquid fuel. The missiles also don't need to be fueled immediately ahead of launch, and the fuel itself can also be stored for an extended period without degrading or breaking down, a common issue with liquid fuel. Experts say countries that operate large-scale missile-based nuclear forces would seek it out over liquid. So, what countries other than North Korea have this technology? Solid fuel has actually been around for a long time. The first time it was used was in fireworks, developed by the Chinese centuries ago. It's since made dramatic progress as the US developed more powerful propellants in the mid-20th century. South Korea has said it also has it, though in much smaller rockets. But North Korea has put the technology on the forefront. So what does it intend to do with it? North Korea says the weapon is the core of its nuclear strike force and a warning to the US and other adversaries. Kim Dong-yeub is a professor at the University of North Korean Studies. He says if they fire a missile with 1.5 or 2 tons of warhead, it can reach all of the US. But putting the US aside, he says the technology has cultural intentions.
I think external factors are also important, but North Korea's biggest intention is using the missile launch to make an internal union, particularly after July 27th, which is North Korea's War Victory Day. It would be more than halfway past North Korea's 5-year plan, so it is intended to demonstrate not only economic achievements, but also visible achievements in the military, security, and defense sectors.
In Wednesday's test launch, Japan said the missile flew 74 minutes to an altitude of over 3,700 miles, marking the longest ever flight time for a North Korean missile.
Hollywood productions could soon be grinding to a halt. The biggest actors' union, representing some 160,000 people, has unanimously recommended that they strike after labor talks with Hollywood studios failed to yield an agreement. The SAG-AFTRA Actors Union has been battling the likes of Netflix and Walt Disney over base pay and residuals from streaming services. They're also calling for more safeguards around the use of artificial intelligence. Actors want assurances that their digital images will not be used without their permission. The union's national board is set to meet on Thursday to vote on the strike. If approved, actors would join film and television writers who walked off the job in early May. A-list stars including Jennifer Lawrence and Meryl Streep have said they are ready to walk out. Some actors joined the striking Hollywood writers at the picket line on Wednesday, as the deadline for their own talks loomed. Actor and union member Mike C. Nelson was among them.
Without the actors, you can't film a thing going forward. You can't even promote stuff, which is a big hurt. It hurts them that they can't even promote the stuff they have filmed. So yeah, it hasn't happened since 1960 that both of us have been walking out together. So yeah, I think together, plus everybody in the industry, it's like everyone's hurting.
The writers' strike has sent late-night television talk shows into endless reruns, disrupted most production for the fall TV season, and halted work on big-budget movies. An actors' strike would force the remaining US-based productions from Hollywood studios to shut down and put more pressure on media companies to find a resolution.
Also im Moment ist die Urlaubsstimmung eher nach unten praktisch. Aber es soll ja schon wieder jetzt vorwärts gehen. Und wir hoffen, dass wir ganz schnell jetzt ins Flugzeug kommen und dann pünktlich ankommen.
Vielen Dank. Also ich habe auch Verständnis, man muss mehr für die Umwelt tun, aber hier sind Leute, die ein Jahr lang auf ihren Urlaub gewartet haben und auch teilweise unter finanziellen Entbehrungen und stehen jetzt hier und werden verprellt. Ja.
The answer is Putin's already lost the war. Putin has a real problem. How does he move from here? What does he do? And so the idea that there's going to be what vehicle is used, he could end the war tomorrow. He could just say, I'm out. But what agreement is ultimately reached depends upon Putin and what he decides to do. But there is no possibility of him winning the war in Ukraine. He's already lost that war. There is going to be a circumstance where eventually President Putin is going to decide it's not in the interest of Russia, economically, politically, or otherwise, to continue this war. But I can't predict exactly how that happens. My hope is, and my expectation is, you'll see that Ukraine makes significant progress on their offensive, and that it generates a negotiated settlement somewhere along the line.